Google Gemini just launched 3 brand new updates that are complete game changers. For example, you can now use Gemini directly inside of Google Chrome, but that's not the only update. And by the end of this video, you're gonna know exactly what those updates are and some pretty cool use cases you could begin to use them for. Okay, so change number 1 that we need to talk about is we now have Google Gemini straight inside of Chrome. If you click on the top right-hand corner, you're going to see where this actually lives and where it actually exists. But I need to make sure that you know a few things about this before I show you some of the cool use cases. First and foremost, if you haven't used this before, or it's your first time using it, or you haven't done this yet, make sure you click on these 3 dots right here and you open up Chrome settings. This is going to open up all the different settings for Gemini Chrome, and you need to make sure that a few of them are turned on. Show Gemini at the top of the browser. Make sure that this is turned on. Show Gemini in Mac menu bar. Make sure this is turned on. Then in addition to that, there's a keyboard shortcut and a navigation shortcut. If you want, I would recommend changing these. Closed captioning, I would recommend turning this on right here. Permissions, precise location, I personally don't want this to know my precise location, but if you're doing things that are location based, for example, asking it to find restaurants or deals near you, or maybe you needed to buy a new battery for your camera or something like that, and you wanted it to search through Best Buy and Target, you would want to have this on so that it actually finds locations that have the thing that you're looking for. Microphone, make sure this is turned on. Page sharing, make sure this is turned on, and then you can see things to consider here, and you could see all the different apps activity right here if you ever wanted to go in and check that or log that or something like that. So a few things when it comes to this. One thing that I really like is we can now move this around. So on other platforms, you can't move this around. So this is kind of really helpful. And basically what this does is it gives you Gemini everywhere that you go. So let's say that we come over here and I am doing something like looking up this stock VGT. We could see that this is being shared. Now the way that you could see this is being shared is it has this blue bar around the actual window right here. If I turn this off, then the page won't be getting shared with Gemini, which kind of makes this useless in my opinion. So I would always make sure that this is being shared, and then we could say things and ask Gemini questions. So we could see that this stock was up. Now I could come over to Gemini and I can say something like, what was the price BGT 1 year ago today? And what this is going to do is this will actually be able to answer my question. And we could see that if we choose in the top left-hand corner right here, we could choose between fast and we could choose between reasoning. So this went through and this showed me what the price was on a specific date right here. We could see that it was $577. So this stock has gone up quite a bit in the last year. Now, something that I do want to call out here, this will not actually take action on your behalf on your computer. So if you've messed around with other AI browsers, you could say things like, please change the graph. So we could come over here and say, please change the graph to be 6 months. Now, it can't actually do that. So other ones would be able to actually take action and would click on your screen and then do this. But we could see, I'm sorry, I'm unable to actually change the graph for you. So essentially what this is right here, you have a thinking partner with you everywhere that you go on Google Chrome. Another thing that this could do, if we come over to something like YouTube, is we can come over here. I'm going to actually change this to flash right here, and we could come over here and we can actually go live. So if you click on live, this is very similar to what you would do on AI Studio, and essentially what it does is you then have technical support with you everywhere that you go. So let's say that I wanted to learn how to do something, for example, like add a description to my YouTube channel. I could click on go live right here, and this will literally walk me through exactly what I need to do in order to do that. Or another thing that this would be really helpful for, let's say that you're filling out a form for the IRS or something like that, and it's really confusing, you don't actually know what to do. You could go live and have Gemini help you and actually walk you through that thing. But really, this is just a thinking partner now inside of Google Chrome. Everywhere that you go, you now have Gemini. So you can ask questions, you could brainstorm things, or you could even ask it to remember things about specific things that you're looking at. And if you ever want to see your recent chats, just come over here to do that. If you want to start a new chat, you could do that right here. And if you want to continue chat in a new tab, you could do that right here. Now, before I get into those 2 other updates, I need you to smash that subscribe button if you want to learn how to automate your work with AI. I upload videos like this every single day, and you're not going to want to miss them. Change number 2 are that custom gems are now shareable. So let's say that we came over here into gems and we wanted to create our own. What we would do is come over here, we would click on new gem, and we can name this YouTube titles. What we're going to do is we're going to give this instructions. For example, you are an expert at creating YouTube titles, and what we could actually do is use Gemini to actually rewrite those instructions. So once you put some instructions in there, if you click that, this will then write out a way better system prompt, and we could see that it does that. You're an expert at creating YouTube titles, and then we could add more in here. Knowledge, this is where we can actually add in knowledge. So we can add in files here, we could import code, we could add things from our drive. When it comes to files, you can add in CSVs, JSONs, you can add in videos. You can pretty much add in any format that you can think of. So you could give this a bunch of different knowledge and a bunch of different instructions around some specific thing. Now, if I click on save right here, what you're going to notice is that gem has been created, and now I'm going to be able to chat with that. And I could have actually customized it right here. So if we come back over here, let's actually go back into this right here. We're going to click on edit, and we could see that we could come over here and we could customize this if we wanted to, and we could change pretty much everything about it. Now, in addition to that, if we come over here, you can now share these gems with other people. So if we come over here, come back over into Explore Gem, you are now going to see the share button right here. So we could see start new chat, make a copy, delete, or share. And this will then prepare this to actually be shared with other people. And you could see that you can give it to anyone with the link or share it with specific people, and you could allow them to view it or edit it. So let's say that you run a school community, or let's say that you do some type of consulting, or you're working with a client and you built out a gem in order to help them. For example, I have another YouTube channel where I teach people how to grow faster on social media, things like YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. I might make a bunch of gems that are hashtag generators, or that are script generators, or title generators, or I might have a gem that helps people actually go through their comments in order to get gems or good ideas from that. Well, guess what? I can now create that as viewer only, and I can share that with my consulting partners. I could share that in a school community. I could share it anywhere that I want. Now they could take advantage of that, and they can use it without them getting access to the instructions and the system prompt that I gave this, and also the knowledge that I added in here. So basically, you could customize your own version of Gemini and then be able to share it with people to help them with specific use cases. And then change number 3 is that you can now edit things in Canvas by just selecting it. So if we come over here and we turn Canvas on, let's just say quickly, spin me up a landing page to get leads for my TikTok automation program. Now, what this is going to do, this is going to spin me up a landing page quick. It's going to go through, it is going to code this out. It's going to have CSS, it's going to have JavaScript, and it's going to have HTML. Now, in the past, what you would then have to do, let's say that we wanted to change the font, or we wanted to change an image, or we wanted to change a button, we would have to go through and we would have to tell Gemini, hey, please change the button. Now, guess what used to happen when you would do that? It doesn't know, unless you were super specific, whether you're talking about this button, or if you're talking about this button, or any other button that's on the page. So this was kind of a pain, and it made it incredibly hard for you to be able to code things, or be able to create things, or be able to just optimize things that you made in Canvas. But now, what we could do is you're going to see this on the right-hand side. So we could see one right here, add Gemini features. So we can actually get this to add Gemini features into the tools, the landing pages, the PowerPoints, whatever we have Gemini make inside of a canvas. In addition to that, we also have this select and ask feature, which allows us to just select, and then we can actually choose exactly what it is. So then we can ask Gemini, say, please change this color to blue. And then what this will actually do is go through and edit just that one thing. And we could see that this is then going to go through, and this is going to update this to be a blue gradient, and then that this is going to give it a fresh professional feel. And then it went through and actually updated this right here, which is incredibly useful. Now we could see that it still didn't just do it with the button, it actually did it with the background. So you need to make sure that you are being hyper specific here. For example, doing this and saying something like change the color of this button to blue. And then what this should do is hopefully go through and actually change just that one thing. By the way, if this ever actually messes things up, and we can see that it actually did this the right way now, if it ever messed things up, just come over here and click on this and it will actually return to the previous version, which is another update that again makes this incredibly useful. Now from here, we could also share this if we wanted to, or again, we could click in here and actually add Gemini features, and this will automatically go through and begin to add those in. But essentially, this makes it way easier for you to be able to edit anything that you are creating in a canvas. And now we can see that this has updated the landing page to include AI-powered features using the Gemini API, and then it actually added in some things here that the users will be able to do right away to show off the power of having Gemini right here, which is pretty cool. We can come over here and we can generate an idea. So I'm going to say TikTok algorithm. We're going to change the spelling right here. Then we're going to click on generate idea. And what this will actually do is go through and generate ideas based on that, which is pretty cool and a nice touch, since this just went through and literally created a script in just a second with the video idea also for that topic. And again, this basically just added Gemini into this website literally in like 15 seconds. Not sure if you've seen the reports yet, but Goldman Sachs just came out and said that they think in the next 12 months, AI is going to replace over 300 million jobs. So my question for you is, are you going to be one of those people that's replacing those jobs, or are you going to be one of the people that gets replaced because you didn't embrace AI? And that's exactly why I created AI Automation School that you could check out at the pinned comment below. In fact, I have special launch pricing right now. So if you want to stay ahead of what's happening in AI and you want to learn how to automate your work with AI, how to make more money with AI, how to build AI agents without knowing having to code, or you just want me to audit your personal AI workflow so we could speed things up for you, I strongly suggest that you check it out. Now, if you enjoyed this video, I'd strongly suggest you check out this video right here that walks you through 7 beginner-friendly AI automations that everybody needs to be setting up. I'll see you over there.